You remember the idea of pasta with kimchi fusion we talked about? Well, guess what? I finally tried that today. You know what's funny? It turned out to be a surprising hit. Everyone gobbled it up like it was some sort of fine dining delicacy. Juwan even suggested to try out kimchi pizza next. Crazy, right? I mean, why not, pal? Pizza is an open canvas of culinary expression after all. I feel it's fascinating how food can cross over cultural boundaries, creating a beautiful blend of flavors that represents the diversity of the world in a way. It's just like blending a melody with a rhythm. You never know what kind of beautiful music they'll create together. And speaking of diversity, Yuna was wondering about a vegan version of kimchi pizza. Even though I'm no vegetarian, inclusive food is part of my plan, so I'm up for it. Interestingly, we had a chit-chat about this new sci-fi movie, Interstellar 2. Seemed like Juwan really loved it, especially the VFX. He was quite excited sharing his movie experience. I should watch it one of these days before he starts revealing spoilers. You know how he gets. Also, guess what? Yuna stumbled upon a new scuba diving spot. Guess we've got a plan for our next off day. Maybe I'd whip up some good pasta for us to refuel after the dive. Juwan was talking about this new AI technology for scuba divers. Seems like it's making quite a wave in the tech nerd ocean. It's amazing how innovation these days is just boundless. Keeps you on your toes, doesn't it? Oh, and Roger. He was there too for the cooking challenge. His input about the fusion dish was quite insightful, just like the olive to my martini. You can never underestimate the power of a bit of outside perspective. Isn't it amazing how, at times, chatting and experimenting with friends can be more inspiring than any culinary book or masterclass? Anyway, I'd better refill my energy with a good night's sleep. Feels like cooking a storm today has drained me. You know what's funny? I ended up becoming quite a history buff today. Ki Yong, our knowledgeable tour guide, took us around and practically transported us right back to the tumultuous time of the Korean independence movement. Had Jiho for company too. Quite a fellow explorer, I must say. It was humbling, to say the least. Wandered aimlessly, all the while trying to absorb the raw emotions of the place. It kind of felt like peeling an onion. The deeper we went, the more powerful the stories got and the heavier the air felt. But it was fascinating, an actual step back in time, a somber reminder of our past. Don't you think it's strange how the cold bars and empty corridors could hold so much history? Felt like we were walking in the very footsteps of some brave souls who struggled for the freedom of our nation. Not going to lie, it was a heavy bowl of soup to digest. But moving to a super lighter note, remember Yuna's vegan request from the other day? I actually stumbled upon a vegan kimchi recipe. Korea and vegan. Who would have thought they'd blend this well, right? I am telling you, the food world works in mysterious ways. Speaking of which, it seems Juwan, our dear tech nerd, has stumbled upon this new AI technology, meant specifically for scuba divers. Given my fondness for diving, I'm pretty pumped up about this one. Let's hit the salty waves soon. I promise it will be a fantastic experience. Maybe even get Juwan out there with us. But hey, the mountains too are calling as per our urban exploration plans, remember? We're going to make it happen soon, right? I bet Juwan's looking forward to it too. He can't ever resist a good getaway from the tech. Also, I proposed Yuna and her love for literature, few books on the Korean independence movement today. Isn't it amazing how life seems to be one big circle at times, connecting dots all along? Oh, and you won't believe what I dreamt last night. I dreamed that I opened my own restaurant, but it was underwater, and guess what the special of the day was? Spaghetti alle vongole, underwater. Wonder what's that about? Have to check my dream dictionary app again. Well, after all, I am Hyun's Song of the Sea. Wouldn't be out of place for me to have dreams like that, right? Isn't it amazing how, when I thought of stepping out today, hadn't imagined it would turn out to be more than just a musical journey. I have always enjoyed music, but exploring the realm of traditional Korean music gugak, it gave me chills, in the best way possible. Imagine this, I could actually feel the rhythm vibrating through me as the performance proceeded. It was like being turned into a human musical instrument, resonating with the raw emotions the melodies stirred. You know what's funny? Listening to those tunes, it felt like diving deep into the sea of harmonious tranquility, and before I knew it, I was swooning to the rhythm, lost in the mesmerizing realm of gugak. Experiencing pansori samulnori nongak all in a single day feels like a musical feast. Almost got the salty taste of the sea when they played pansori. You see, I am song of the sea after all. Water and music, they run deep within me. Interesting chat I had with Yuna and Juwon, those knuckleheads. It was all about culture, food and music, the elements that root us back to our homeland. Juwon with his all-new coding orchestra and Yuna with her vegan mission, each with their passion. Aren't we a motley crew? Though I have to give it to Juwon, the way he equated my love for perfect baking as his obsession for flawless coding, that was some food for thought. And yet again, I found myself mimicking his words, connecting the dots, and realizing how work grows on you, like rhythms binding the melody, like the dough rising in the oven, and like precision in the code. It all adds up, doesn't it? It reminded me of my obsession with pasta, which Yuna and Juwon keep teasing me about. They still don't get why people love my pasta. Can you believe that? It's okay though. I chose to let it slide this time and moved our conversation to the upcoming weekend plans. Yuna is heading to the sea, and you know what's funny? She has an intrinsic bond with the ocean, reminding me of my own. While Juhwan, oh, he's on a new bouldering expedition. That's his realm. And here I am, hustling in my culinary wonderland, whipping up new culinary delights. You know what? Some days, the world feels like one big kitchen, where each one of us is trying his recipe, stirring their unique blend of ingredients. Chatting, experimenting with friends, sharing our unique flavors. It's all part of this recipe called life, ain't it? Well, as much as I love this chat,